Welcome. This tutorial will show you how to program a logger with Eclo ExpressThermo Windows 10 application. ExpressThermo makes it very easy to program a logger. You can start the programming from either the main menu or from the commands bar in the main page. Starting from the menu, we must first choose the type of logger to program. Let's just choose a common one, the Thermocron DS1921G. After selecting the logger model, ExpressThermo moves into the program page view, where we can adjust the various programming parameters. The parameters are divided into several groups, as you can see in this area. The corresponding options are shown in the central area of the screen. For your convenience, at the bottom of the page you can always find the log duration, which is influenced by the settings you choose. Also note that this view doesn't show as the usual Windows wizard style that one is used to. You don't have to go through all the options until you reach the end. Instead, change only the ones that you need, and when you're done, press the Program button on the lower right corner of the screen. Now let's go and start adjusting the settings for your logger. The first group is related to sample rate, which is the time interval in which the readings take place. Just press the plus and minus buttons to adjust the value, or directly enter the value in the box. Note that this value is entered in minutes. The chosen sample rate is shown below the input box. Know that sample rate is the only parameter that you actually need to program a logger. All the others are optional and will have their default values set by ExpressThermo. Next, we'll go through the log start options. Log can be set to start immediately or with a delayed start. If you choose immediately, logging will start as soon as the configuration parameters are sent to the logger. Delayed start options allow you to set exactly when the log starts. These options are particularly helpful when you need to program the logger in advance. You can choose to set a delay which acts as a countdown timer, or a specific date and time where you want the first reading to occur. Suppose you need to put the logger in a fridge in your warehouse. It will be desirable to have enough time to take the logger from your desk to the fridge and put it in before the log really begins. Otherwise it will start logging the ambient temperature of your office instead of the fridge. You can adjust the delay to 10 minutes, which will give you plenty of time to reach the fridge and even let the logger reach the fridge's inner temperature. Okay, let's move on to the temperature group. Here is where you can set the upper and lower thresholds of temperature alarms. This is not mandatory, but it can help you spot readings out of the allowed range when you later download the log. The allowed threshold values match the upper and lower limits of the temperature range. For this particular model, it goes from -40 to 85 degrees Celsius. To clear threshold, press the clear button. Taking the fridge example, let's assume that your products need to be stored between 0 and 5 degrees Celsius. So, let's introduce these values. Pretty simple, isn't it? The model we chose does not allow the humidity to be logged, and therefore this tab is not available. In models that allow this type of log, this is where the thresholds are set, as we have just done for temperature. Finally, there's the Others group, where you can assign a short description to the logger. This is helpful, for example, to easier its identification. Let's call it Fridge 1. Additionally, you can enable the logging rollover. This means that when the logger's memory gets filled with readings, the oldest readings will start being replaced with the more recent ones. This way the logger's memory behaves like a circular FIFO queue. Enable this option if you feel it's important to always have the latest available information. Be aware that you may lose log data in case the logger isn't downloaded before the data starts to be overwritten. We're going to leave that out. We're done setting parameters, so the final step is pressing the Program button on the lower right corner of the screen. Here, a warning shows, alerting you that any log data in the logger will be erased. When programming a logger, in case there's data from a previous mission, Make sure you have saved it before programming the logger again, otherwise you'll lose it. This logger data has already been saved, so we're okay with this and we will proceed. We'll see a busy indicator telling us that the programming is taking place. When this operation is completed, ExpresThermo will let us know. Let's just wait until the finished programming toast shows up. And that's it. The logger is programmed. That simple. This completes the tutorial about programming a logger with ExpresThermo. On this tutorial we went through the required steps to program a logger. We revised the programming interface, the various settings available, their options, and actually programmed the logger using a real-life example. Thank you for watching. Please check the ExpresThermo support site or the YouTube channel for more tutorials.